Welcome to SGV's Mahesh PU College, Belagavi, Department of Chemistry. Okay, students, we will discussing here the chapter D and F block elements. So, in this video, we will study about preparation of potassium dichromate. So, potassium dichromate preparation is important for 3 marks with respect to annual examination. In the annual examination, they may ask for 3 marks. So, it is important for 3 marks. Potassium dichromate. So, first one, preparation of potassium dichromate. So, potassium dichromate, the molecular formula is K2Cr2O7. K2Cr2O7 is a formula for the potassium dichromate. So, it is manufacturing from chromite ore. So, chromite ore is obtained from mining. So, mining, whatever the chromite ore we are getting. So, using chromite ore, we are preparing or we are manufacturing the potassium dichromate. So, here ore means where we can extract the metal economically, that is called the ore. So chromite ore is there. The formula of the chromite ore is FeOCr2O3. Now concentration of ore. What do you mean by concentration of ore? Whatever the ore we are getting from mining, so that ore we are purifying it. We are removing the impurities from that ore. So that process we will call it as concentration of ore. So now what we will do? We will do the concentration of ore, means we are removing the impurities or gunk particles. What we will do? First, we have to powder that ore. Then we have to wash with water. We have to wash with water. That is process is called concentration or concentrated. So first wash with the water. What happens? You can take directly water. Either you can wash in a hydraulic washer. You can see the diagram, hydraulic washer. What happens? The lighter particles or impurities or gunk particles, lighter impurities or light gunk particles are washed with the water, and whatever the heavier part will be there, that will be settled at the bottom. So that heavier part is nothing but the ore, purified ore. This purified ore we have to take in a step 1. So step 1 nothing but conversion of chromite ore into sodium chromate. That process we will call it as roasting. Roasting means with the excess of oxygen or air we are performing this reaction. Conversion of chromite ore into sodium chromate. Now concentrated ore, whatever purified in the first by washing method or hydraulic washer, that purified ore we have to take or concentrated ore we have to take. Then we have to treat with soda ash, that is nothing but sodium carbonate, with limestone, that is calcium carbonate, with excess of air or oxygen, because roasting process it is with excess of oxygen or air. So that is a roasting. So what happens? This reaction is performed in the reverberatory furnace. So what happens? There will be formation of sodium chromate. It is a yellow color in mass. So in this process we are using limestone calcium carbonate because limestone is added to keep mass porous, and even the oxidation becomes easy. That's why we are using limestone. So whatever the chromite ore is there, FeOCr2O3. So that chromite ore we have to treat with soda ash with excess of air. So the chromate ore, when it is treated with the soda ash, it is converted into sodium chromate, that is a yellow color in mass, and insoluble substance ferric oxide is also formed, and carbon dioxide is evolved. So whatever the roasted mass is there, it is extracted with the water. Then you will get the yellow color compound, that is nothing but a sodium chromate, and insoluble substance you will get, that is a ferric oxide. So these two we can easily separate by doing the filtration. So this is nothing but step 1. Step 1. Now we will go for second step. Second step, in step 2, whatever the sodium chromate we have prepared in the first step, that we have to convert into sodium dichromate. Sodium chromate into sodium dichromate. So how we are preparing? So that is nothing but a second step. Concentration of sodium chromate into sodium dichromate. See, sodium chromate is the formula Na2CrO4. When it is treated with the sulfuric acid, with the acid, sodium chromate is treated with the sulfuric acid, that is the H2SO4. So sodium chromate will be converted into sodium dichromate. Sodium chromate will be converted into sodium dichromate, and byproducts will be sodium sulfate and water. So on concentration, the less soluble sodium sulfate we can easily remove by crystallizing out it. Then so easily we can remove sodium sulfate crystals. So the sodium crystals, further we can do the filtration and we can remove. So this is nothing but step 2. So that is nothing but concentrated solution of sodium dichromate is obtained. So in the third step, that is nothing but concentration of sodium dichromate into potassium dichromate. Concentration of sodium dichromate into potassium dichromate, that is nothing but it is a preparation of potassium dichromate using sodium dichromate. So in the step 2 we have prepared sodium dichromate. Now it is nothing but conversion of sodium dichromate into potassium dichromate. So whatever the sodium dichromate is prepared in the step 2, that sodium dichromate we have to take and we have to treat with potassium chloride. So when you treat with the potassium chloride, it undergoes double decomposition and it will form potassium dichromate. So solution is concentrated and hot solution is cool. That less soluble substance is nothing but potassium dichromate, that is orange color crystals or orange color compound, and and the more soluble compound is obtained, that is nothing but sodium chloride, that is nothing but sodium chloride. So it will be remains in the solution. Now the third step reaction, there is nothing but in third step sodium dichromate we have prepared potassium dichromate here using sodium dichromate. So sodium dichromate when it is treated with the potassium chloride, so it undergoes decomposition, that is a double decomposition. So sodium dichromate will be converted into potassium dichromate. So this potassium dichromate is purified by crystallization. So potassium dichromate is a orange color crystals. So it is a orange. Next one, chemical properties of potassium dichromate. That is properties in acidic medium and alkaline medium we will study. So in acidic medium, potassium dichromate what happens? Then in alkaline medium what happens? So here mainly in acidic medium, the potassium dichromate will act as oxidizing agent. So here we are studying oxidation reaction. So in that reduction also takes place. The potassium dichromate undergo reduction. That's why these are called redox reaction. Here balancing the redox reaction is important for 2 marks. Here balancing the redox reaction is important for 2 marks. Even in alkaline medium also what happens, that we will study. And even here we will find out equivalent weight of potassium dichromate, that is in acidic medium as well as alkaline medium. Equivalent weight in acidic as well as alkaline medium. See, now potassium dichromate, if it reacts with the acid, that is in acidic medium, means you have to add the acid, that is nothing but here we are adding sulfuric acid H2SO4. So reaction with H2SO4. Now potassium dichromate, if it reacts with the concentrated sulfuric acid or dilute sulfuric acid, what happens? The potassium dichromate, it undergoes reduction, means in that chromium is having +6 oxidation state, it will convert into chromium sulfate. In that chromium is having +3 oxidation state, and there will be removal of water and potassium sulfate will be byproduct. So in potassium dichromate there will be +6 oxidation state, that will be converted into +3, means here potassium dichromate in acidic medium it undergoes reduction. Potassium dichromate in acidic medium it undergo reduction and it gives even nascent oxygens. So if itself it is undergoing reduction and it is giving nascent oxygen, means it is powerful oxidizing agent in acidic medium. So potassium dichromate is a powerful oxidizing agent in acidic medium. Now same way in alkaline medium we'll see potassium dichromate when it is treated with the alkali. So I will take a potassium hydroxide here. When it is treated with the potassium hydroxide, so potassium dichromate is converted into potassium chromate. Potassium dichromate will convert into potassium chromate. So the potassium chromate is yellow in color, potassium dichromate is orange, orange turns to yellow color. Now potassium dichromate is orange color. When if you treat with the alkali, it will convert into potassium chromate, that is a yellow color. Then there will be removal of water. Now here in both cases chromium are +6 oxidation state is there. In potassium dichromate is also +6 oxidation state and in potassium chromate also +6 oxidation state. So that's why in alkaline medium there is no change in the oxidation state of chromium. So here what happens, if the potassium dichromate is there in acidic medium, that will be in orange color. If for potassium dichromate, if you convert that potassium dichromate acidic into basic medium, then potassium dichromate will change into potassium chromate. So for potassium chromate, if you add acid, now potassium chromate is in a basic medium. Potassium chromate, if you add acid, then when potassium chromate it comes to acidic medium, that potassium chromate will be converted into potassium dichromate, orange color. You can see here dichromate ion. When you put a base, water is the amphoteric here. If it gives OH minus, then it is converted into potassium chromate. Then it is a yellow color and there will be removal of hydrogens. So orange color chromate ion, dichromate ion, and chromate ion is yellow color. So for chromate ion, if you go on adding, or for potassium chromate, if you go on adding the acid, then that yellow color potassium chromate will convert into potassium dichromate. Same way for potassium dichromate, if you go on adding the base, if you convert into basic medium, that potassium dichromate, it was orange color. So when it comes to basic medium, it turns to yellow color, that is nothing but potassium chromate. So it is in acidic medium, H plus ion concentration increases, then equilibrium shift to left, then solution turns to orange red. So yellow color solution turns to orange red. Same way in alkaline medium. In alkaline medium, OH minus ions combines with the H plus ions forming water. Then equilibrium shift to right. Then solution turns to yellow. So potassium dichromate is in acidic medium, it will be orange. So if it in a basic medium, then it is nothing but a yellow color. So that's why after studying these all concepts, here we can conclude that potassium dichromate will act as oxidizing agent in acidic medium. Only in acidic medium, potassium dichromate will act as a oxidizing agent. Now, equivalent weight we will calculate. See, in acidic medium, already we have studied potassium dichromate. If you take, when you treat with the H2SO4 or sulfuric acid, potassium dichromate will be converted into chromium sulfate. So in that we have observed +6 state will be converted into +3. So here what I will take in the ionic form. Dichromate ion, when it is treated with acid, so it will gain a 6 electron. It will gain a 6 electron and it will reduce into chromium +3 with the removal of water. So what happens here? So chromium undergoes reduction. Chromium +6 is converted into +3. So here change in the electrons or electrons involved is 3, because there are 2 chromiums are there. Then 3 into 2 is 6. There are 6 electrons are involving in the reaction. 6 electrons are involving in the reaction. Then equivalent weight we have to calculate. So equivalent weight is nothing but the molar mass of the compound divided by the electrons involved in the reaction. The molar mass divided by electrons involved in the reaction. So here the electrons involved are, so electron change is 3. There are 2 chromiums are there. 3 into 2 is 6. So 6 electrons are involving. Then equivalent weight is equal to molar mass divided by 6. So molar mass of potassium dichromate is 294. Then 294 divided by 6 is nothing but 49. So 49 gram dissolved in 1 liter gives 1 normality. So equivalent weight mainly we are using in a normality. So you have studied molality, but mainly we are using in the normality. So it is used in the normality equivalent weight. So equivalent weight of potassium dichromate in a acidic medium is 49. The next one, oxidation of tin, that is a stannous plus 2 salt. Now what happens? When stannous plus 2 salt is treated with the potassium dichromate, stannous plus 2 will be oxidized and potassium dichromate itself it will reduce in the acidic medium. So we will study here the reactions. Potassium dichromate undergoes reduction, tin or stannous plus 2 undergoes oxidation. So both together if you write it, then we will get the redox reaction. Now see, I will take up dichromate ion, that is a potassium dichromate. So dichromate ion in acidic medium, already we know it undergoes reduction. So it has to gain 6 electron, then it will convert into chromium +3. Now potassium dichromate or dichromate ion, it will oxidize tin, stannous plus 2. So stannous plus 2 into +4. So there will be loss of 2 electrons. But actually the dichromate ion, it has to gain 6 electrons. Then tin or stannous, it has to lose 6 electrons. That's why equation 2 or oxidation reaction, it is multiplied, the whole equation is multiplied with 3. Then you will get 6 electrons. So oxidation 6 electrons loss is there, and in reduction 6 electron gain is there, then electrons are balanced. Now you have to whole equation you have to multiply with 3. Then you can write overall reaction. So only 6 electron get cancelled, then remaining as it is dichromate ion, if it is reacted with the stannous plus 2 or tin plus 2, you have multiplied equation with 3, then 3 moles of stannous plus 2 or tin plus 2. Same way with acidic medium 14H plus. So here dichromate ion is converted into chromium plus 3 and stannous is converted into stannous plus 4, 3 moles. Then the water molecules as it is. It is a balanced equation. Okay, oxidation reaction of tin or stannous plus 2. Then next one, see in this case already I told dichromate ion is converted into +6 into +3 and tin or stannous plus 2 plus 4, that is nothing but oxidation. Here 1 mole of dichromate ion is oxidizes 3 mole of tin plus 2 or stannous plus 2. So, so which reduces 1 by 3 moles of dichromate ion is equal to 1 mole of stannous plus 2. Now, some more reactions, that is nothing but chemical properties of potassium dichromate, that is in acidic medium and equivalent weight. So, next one, that is nothing but action on ferrous sulfate. Now, potassium dichromate, acidified potassium dichromate means in acidic medium potassium dichromate, if it reacts with the ferrous sulfate, what happens? So already we know potassium dichromate it will act as an oxidizing agent. It will oxidize ferrous sulfate and itself it will reduce. So here oxidation and redox reaction we have to write and we have to balance it. Overall reaction we have to write either in ionic form, either in the direct form. So here the action on ferrous sulfate it is given. So in the presence of dilute H2SO4, potassium dichromate oxidizes ferrous sulfate. So potassium dichromate itself it is reduced to chromium sulfate, already we have studied, plus 6 into plus 3, and it oxidizes ferrous sulfate into ferric sulfate. Ferrous sulfate into ferric sulfate means Fe plus 2 to Fe plus 3. Fe plus 2 to Fe plus 3. Here in first case it is reduced to chromium sulfate and in second case ferrous sulfate into ferric sulfate. Now potassium dichromate is orange color but chromium sulfate is in a green color. Now see the reaction. Potassium dichromate, when it reacts with H2SO4 or sulfuric acid, it will give rise to chromium sulfate with the removal of water and potassium sulfate as a byproduct, and nascent oxygen it gives. Now the ferrous sulfate is reacted with the H2SO4 and nascent oxygen will oxidize ferrous sulfate, then ferrous sulfate into ferric sulfate and water is removed. If you write overall reaction, then you have to multiply with respect to electrons, then overall reaction you will get K2Cr2O7 plus 6 FeSO4 plus 7H2SO4, it gives K2SO4 plus Cr2SO4 thrice, that is a chromium sulfate, and 3 Fe2SO3 SO4 thrice, Fe2SO4 thrice, that is a ferric sulfate. Now this equation is overall equation, it is not in the ionic form. So this equation if you write in the ionic form, it is easy to explain oxidation and redox reactions. Okay, now see, reaction can also represented using ionic equations. Now see, I will represent it in ionic equation. So dichromate ion I have taken means potassium dichromate. In acidic medium it will gain a 6 electrons. So and it is converted into chromium plus 3, that we know. Then Fe plus 2 is converted into Fe plus 3. So only one electron it loses. Fe plus 2 is converted into Fe plus 3. So only one electron it loses. Then we want 6 electrons to do the reduction of potassium dichromate or dichromate ion into chromium plus 3. So that's why oxidation reaction Fe plus 2 to Fe plus 3 which loses one electron, that equation we are multiplying with 6. Then if you balance the equation, so 6 electron get cancelled, then overall reaction becomes dichromate ion plus 6 Fe plus 2 plus 14H plus gives rise to 2Cr plus 3 and 6 Fe plus 3 then 7H2. So this is the ionic form. So before whatever we have written, that is the overall reaction. Okay, that is not in the ionic form. This one, whatever we have written, this is in the ionic form. Okay, so in the examination, you can write whether ionic form, either the overall reaction. That will be asked for 2 marks. So here again dichromate is undergoes reduction plus 6 into plus 3 and ferrous into ferric, that is nothing but oxidation. So then we can say 1 mole of dichromate ion is oxidizes 6 moles of Fe plus 2. Then therefore the reduces 1 by 6 mole of dichromate ion by 1 mole of Fe. So next one, action on potassium iodide. So acidified potassium dichromate is treated with the potassium iodide. So acidified potassium dichromate it will oxidize potassium iodide to iodine. So dichromate itself reduces to chromium sulfate. So in that potassium dichromate is having plus 6 oxidation state chromium. So that is converted into chromium sulfate, that is a plus 3, it is reduced. And potassium iodide I minus, that is a minus 1. So minus 1 is converted into 0, that is iodine I2. So that is nothing but a oxidation. So oxidation reduction. You can write the ionic equation also for this reaction. Then action on hydrogen sulfide. Now, when hydrogen sulfide gas is passed into acidified potassium dichromate, so potassium dichromate will oxidize. So hydrogen sulfide is oxidized and potassium dichromate itself is reduced to chromium sulfate. So overall reaction you can see here. Overall reaction you can see. So potassium dichromate, when it is reacted with the H2SO4, hydrogen sulfide is oxidized to sulfur and chromium sulfate is formed. Here hydrogen sulfide, sulfur is having -2 charge. -2 charge is converted into 0. Means it is oxidation. Dichromate is converted into chromium sulfate. +6 into +3. So that is nothing but a reduction. So here also we can write ionic form. So it is the overall reaction here we are written. So we can write ionic form also. So you can write in the at the home. Try it at the home. Either students, you only try the ionic forms of these two reactions, last two reactions.